Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is June 22, 2020. The Pacific time it is 12:19. Yes, here. Today we will continue to explain the exam topics which we have done on June 15. Okay. Um, in fact, as we have explained before, which one does not belong to cortical 5 inches? It's 9 above, okay? 9 of the above. 9 of the above. 9 of the above. What is cortical belief? To be trust and honest, okay? Cortical natural health system is the word number one because easy to learn, highly effective, safe, reproducible, okay? And the only correct health is individualization health, okay? Glucose is supplying the energy of human body 80%. 80%. It's 80%. And this kind of information even from the conventional medicine, okay? And as we said yesterday, and as we said the last time, and today we will explain the diabetes and diabetes. For the diabetes information, before we have mentioned some, and today we will keep repeating some key points. You know, the glucose is supplying the energy to human body. The glucose, as we explained the last time, and in fact, another way it is the sugar, okay? Because in conventional medicine, and they found that there are three major substances or three materials are supplying the human being energies. And the first one is sugar. The first one is sugar, okay? Second one is protein. The second one is protein, okay? The third one is fat, okay? You know, for the sugar, you know, in the whole world, there are different kinds of sugars. Okay? And but when all those kind of sugars goes into go into the human being, and before they can go into the program, like the program producing the energy, okay, all the sugars will be converted into glucose. Okay, and this glucose will supply 80% energy to the human being, and the protein and the fat will supply like 20% only. You know, so from this kind of number difference, one is 80%, The other is 20%. The other is 20%. So from this number difference, we also can see the sugar, okay? All the glucose is playing a very important role in supplying the human being energy. Like no sugar, no sugar, no life. No sugar, no life. Sugar is first important. Sugar is first important. In fact, for diabetes knowledge in natural health, all we can see in Heshoutang natural health knowledge, the sugar level high sugar level. The high sugar level in Heshoutang natural health knowledge, all we can see in natural health knowledge, okay, it is stress It is a stress response. It is a stress response for what? For disorders. For disorders. For disorders of the body. Of the body. So it is a disorder. It is disorders. It is a stress response for disorders of the body. When we are mentioning a stress response, so this means the high sugar level is just a result. So high sugar level is just a result of disorders of the body. So this means what? This means the disorders of the body is the key of diabetes. So the disorders, okay? Okay, we use this. So the disorders of the body is the key. Is the really problems of diabetes patients. The high sugar level is just a result. It's just a result of this kind of disorders of your functions. And also, before we have mentioned, in the conventional study, they also found that the diabetes people body cells, in fact, the glucose will be transferred into the cells to attain the program of producing the energies. Okay, the conventional knowledge also found that the receptor possibly is O or E. The receptor of the glucose, which locate in the cells, locate on cells, cannot recognize the glucose. So this will make what? This will make the normal sugar level normal sugar level, okay? In the body of the diabetes patients, cannot supply the enough energy of the human body anymore. Okay, with this, the body self-recovery system, okay, will increase the sugar level, to supply the human being bodies, because the glucose or the sugar takes up 80% of the human body energy supply. If the normal blood sugar level cannot supply enough energy to the human beings, and the human body has to increase the sugar level to make the energy enough. So from this kind of point, the Heart of Natural Health take the high sugar level of the diabetes patients as a stress response. Since it is a stress response, this means diabetes patients should have the high sugar level to supply them the enough energy. Another way is for diabetes patients, the sugar level looks like enough, or looks like too much more than normal level. But in fact, in diabetes patients, the body, they're in shortage of glucose. I'm already done this kind of work. For diabetes patients, they have the high sugar level. So it is just what? It is just looks like the diabetes patients has much sugar in the body, but in fact, diabetes patients sugar is in shortage. Because of what? Because the normal sugar level cannot make the receptors of the human body cells to recognize if the receptor of the cells of the body cells cannot recognize the sugar, the glucose, they cannot transfer this kind of glucose into the cells to produce energies. So the body, the self-recovery, before we have said, every human body, they will have self-recovery system. This kind of self-recovery system have to increase sugar level, to increase the application of the glucose, and for human body to have enough energy to survive. In other words is what? If the diabetes patients have the high sugar level, okay, before his disorders of the body function is recovered, is improved, the sugar level cannot be reduced. This is the key. This is the key. Because if you only take care of, if you only pay attention to pay attention to reduce the sugar level without taking care of the body function disorders. Okay? This means you want the people with the function disorders to have the normal sugar level like the normal people who have the normal functions of their bodies. And this cannot be like killing the people. Like killing the people. That is why there is too many diabetes patients. Finally, they not die from high sugar level. They die from multi-organ failure. What is multi-organ failure? It is because there is no energy to use, the organs cannot work. So the correct way for diabetes patients, we don't need to focus on their blood sugar level. And also we advise the diabetes patients do not take care of the sugar level too much. You should focus on your body functions more. You should focus on your body functions more. If your body have very good functions, even the sugar level is some higher, it could be no problems. If your body functions are not good, if you have a normal sugar level, this means your body is in shortage of energy. This kind of concept, this kind of knowledge from Heshoutang Natural Health will be extremely help to diabetes patients. So your functions, your organ functions, if they are working well or not, that is what you should focus on. If your body function working well, your sugar level will go down itself. Sure, if the sugar level is very high, you also will know, generally you will feel dizziness. You will have blood vision. If you do not have the blood vision, if you do not have the dizziness, that kind of sugar level is what your body need. Because your body needs that kind of sugar level to supply the energy, what you need for your body normally working normally. And before we also said, if your problems can be improved or fixed or not, it depends on what? Firstly, it depends on the knowledge, how you know about it. If knowledge what you are knowing is wrong, you can never achieve the result. You will have the total life struggle for it, but you never achieve it. So this is diabetes knowledge, the madness from Heshoutang Natural Health. Okay, glucose is supply the energy to human body 80%. Okay, if next time we ask protein and fat are supplying the energy to human body, how much? It is 20%, right? So we will change the topics to see if you mastered the knowledge or not. The human spirit. How can I say? The human spirit includes. For this topic, nobody wrong. Okay, nobody wrong. Almost all the people have chosen the right answer. It is self spirit. It is educated spirit. It is parent spirit. It is parent spirit. Clear spirit, no, and that is not the answer. Okay, that is not the answer. So the human spirit includes self spirit, educated spirit, parent spirit. Parent spirit. Like the self spirit will we will make a brief introduction for every knowledge points. Okay. The self spirit, educated spirit, parent spirit. Those kind of spirit is following you all the time. Okay. And self spirit, this kind of spirit will decide who you are. Even before you were born. Before you were born, so the self spirit, okay? Self spirit will decide who you are. It will decide what? Before you were born. Before you were born, who are you? Who are you? So the self spirit is you yourself. Okay? And the self spirit is your original spirit. And it is you yourself. It is you yourself. And the self spirit, which has a lot of properties. The property of the self spirit is like spontaneous. In fact, this kind of property, it also says this is your own owner, okay? Spontaneous. So everything they decide itself. Spontaneous, yes, or the word is like this. The spontaneous. It is spontaneous, okay? It is selfless. It is selfless. It is broad-minded. It is broad-minded. It is fearless. And it is happy. It is happy. And it is peaceful. It is peaceful. Even when your self spirit is controlling your body, you're crying, right? The other crying is a peaceful crying. Peaceful crying will never assume energy. So that is why later on we will mention like when you're a baby, less than 3 years old, you cry, right? Your throat not crispy, okay? So it is peaceful, peaceful. So the self spirit is spontaneous and it is selfless, it is broad-minded, it is fearless, it is happy, it is peaceful, and it is, remember, from the God directly. From the God directly. So this is self-spirit properties. Self-spirit properties. And this kind of key points we possibly will put into the next exam too. Next exam too. And also the self-spirit controls your body when what? When you're a baby, less than 3 years old. Okay? And also the self-spirit will control your body when you're sleeping. When you're sleeping. And the self-spirit will control body when the crisis happen. Crisis happen. Okay? And when you practice, the last one is when you practice Qigong. You know, right? In the whole world, many people even know Qigong, okay? Practice Qigong in high level, okay? In high level. So with this 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of situations, okay? The self-mind is controlling your body. Is controlling your body. And the self-spirit house, or the self-spirit, when he is controlling your body, he is living in your KB system. KB, like in the effect, the self-spirit is living here. Here the position, like from here, straight line, and also the top of the ears line connect together. The cross, this line and this line, and this line cross. The self-spirit always living there. And that kind of part is brain, belong to brain parts. The brain belong to KB system. So we said the self-spirit house is KB. Is KB. Remember this, okay? Remember the KB. And also, when your self-spirit is controlling your body, your self-recovery system will work in the perfect level. That is why when the people getting tired, when the people get sickness, and generally we advise people to sleep, because when you are sleeping, right, your self-spirit will control your body, and your self-recovery system will work in a better or the perfect level for your recovery. Self-recovery system only can work very good when the self spirit controlling your system, controlling your body. Okay. The second spirit is educated spirit. The educated spirit the educated spirit is generated from 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 what? From the society, from your parents, from parents. Okay, and it is the rules. It is the rules. It is the rules made. You know, generally, after people 3 years old or even before, okay, the parents will teach you this you cannot do, that you cannot do, and this is yours, that is his, and you should keep yours. You cannot take him. And sure, some parents they will teach you, hey, grab other people's stuff into your own hand. So you know, anyway, those kind of educated spirit is created from the society, from the parents teaching, the teachers teaching, the friends teaching, the TV teaching. You know, the TV, the iPad. So every kind of advanced technology stuff is teaching you. You're watching TV, you're watching iPad, you're listening to parents talking, you're watching other people's behavior. Everything you're learning. When you're a baby, you're learning from everybody. And when you're learning from everybody, you do not know what is good, what is bad. Okay? Okay? So this kind of spirit, oh, even, you know, when you grow a little bigger and you start driving your own car, oh, this you stop before this kind of lines. Okay? It's the red light stop, yellow goes faster. No, sorry. Yellow goes slower, red stop, green go, right? Something like this kind of rules, this kind of information, this kind of teaching, okay, will make the educated spirit happen in your body. This kind of educated spirit, generally because it is teaching by other people, by the later on society, so it is passive. It is passive. It is selfish because they're teaching you this is yours, that is his. Okay, they're first selfish, and they always fear because okay, if you break red lights, you will be arrested by police. You will get very bad credit, and you cannot do anything else anymore. Okay, so this will make the people fear. Make people fear. Okay, and also because it is taught this kind of educated spirit generated by some conditions, so it is like narrow-minded, okay, and also it is not happy. They always worrisome. They always worry, and they are not peaceful anymore. They're not happy anymore with that, you know. So this is the like a passive, selfish, fear, narrow-minded, worry, and craving, irritable, and craving. craving. So it is like the negative action. So this kind of educated spirit has this kind of properties. With this kind of properties, your self-recovery system will not work so well. We cannot see your self-recovery system will stop working, but it will work in a much lower level than when your self-spirit is controlling your body. And also, for the educated spirit, they will control most of the time of your life. Most time of your life, especially when you are awake. And when the educated spirit is controlling your body, your self-recovery system will not work in a higher level. It will work in a much lower level. So if you know the difference between the educated spirit and the self-spirit, you will know the self-spirit is really helping you, especially when you have the disease, when you have the crisis, when you have, But how, since the educated spirit is controlling your body most time of your life, especially when you're awake, right? How you can make the self spirit come back? As we said before, you should respect. You should have the respect man for the people, for everything. You should respect for the God. You should respect for the parents. You should respect for any life. You should respect everything around you. With this kind of mind, and then you're trying to feel what? Trying to feel the fearless. Try to feel the selfless. Try to feel the happy. Try to feel the peaceful. Try to feel the broad-minded. So if your spirit is trying to call that kind of properties back, of the properties of the self spirit back, and someday you will be there. So this is the way how can make your self spirit back to control your body again. With your self spirit controlling your body, your self recovery system can work in a very high level, and it is very good for your body recovery. It is very good for your work. It's very good for everything, because peaceful will fix the problems. Okay, irritable, hot-head will make the things worse. That is why for any success people, they keep focusing on doing something. They never be frustrated. They always keeping hope. They always positive. They always confident. They always very happy to face any difficulties what they met every day. Only this kind of people can be success. In another way, we can see the educated spirit will make you feel. The self spirit will make you success. The self spirit will make you success. The educated man will make people are leaving you. The self spirit will make the people are following you. So this is another difference. So with this educated man's, self-recovery system with much lower level to work. The information I just have talked is the purpose why we need to explain the self-spirit, educated spirit to the people. If you understand this, you will know what you will follow. You will know what you will do, and you will know your life target. Your life target, you should target the self-spirit is coming back to control your body. How? Respect people, respect the world, respect everything around you. Okay? Try to keep, when the worrisome come, you should try to give it up to make you happy. Okay? When the fear come, you should try to change your mind to be the fearless. If the selfish come, you should call the selfless back. Okay? Like this. This is the mental level exchange. This is the mental level shift. If your mind is following the self-spirit practice, your spirit will become the self-spirit. If your spirit is following the educated mind practice, your spirit will become educated spirit controlled completely. And then you will lost your direction. You will lost your life direction. You will lose the life direction. So this kind of information explanation is for you to know what to follow, who to follow. Okay? Parent spirit is, when you are born, it is the parent spirit planted in your body. That is why some people it looks like as their father, some people looks like the mother, some people it looks like the other family members. It is from the parent spirit heritage. Also from the parent spirit is in your body too. We can also explain some problems is from parents also. And also because the parents' spirit is together with you, that is why when the babies have some crisis happen, the mom or the parents can feel, even before their children tell them, they can feel, oh, what's going on? What's wrong with me today? And generally that's the children has big accident or some big trouble. And when the parents can feel. This is because the spirit is connected together. So the parents can feel. The parents can feel their kids. But the kids sometimes, whatever reason it is, they cannot feel the parents' problems. Sometimes, okay. Yeah. So this is about spirit information. The key points we listed here again with explanation with the explanation of the spirit topic. Okay. Okay, good. So the human spirit includes self spirit, educated spirit, parent spirit. Good. Elements of the human body. Elements of the human body. The elements of human body includes what? It is mentioned very clearly in our book. It is only water and fire energy. For this kind of topic, there is only a few people make it wrong. Some people they choose wind energy. They choose wind energy. So the human body elements are including the water energy and fire energy only in critical natural health system. Because critical natural health system is targeting for what? It's targeting for water and fire energy balance. And also we define the health definition is what? It's water and fire energy in balance level. And also we define the disease is what? Is the water and the fire energy in imbalance level. So according to natural health system, define what is health. So health, in fact, it is the water and the fire energy in the balance level. In the balance level. And the sickness or the disease is water and fire energy and water energy in imbalance level. Imbalance level. Sure, later on, we also explained well functions. All function well. All function well. Function well, it is the expression of, it is the expression like well functions or function well. It is an expression of water and fire energy in a balance level. So the water and the fire energy in balance level will show what? Will show people function well, or human body function well. So Heshoutang natural health system targets is trying to make all the efforts to make the human body water and fire energy in balance. Okay? To make the people have well function. To make the people body function well. So the elements of the human body includes water and fire energy only in Heshoutang natural health system. The people said other religions or said, and they have the water, the fire, the wind, and the earth, something like that. No, that is other people explanation. Okay, in Heshoutang natural health system, only water and fire energy. But in fact, the wind energy belong to fire energy. You know, the wind energy belong to fire energy. Only two elements, water energy and fire energy. The spirit belong to fire energy. The meat body belong to water energy. This later we will explain. But you only need to remember the basic elements of the human body includes water energy and fire energy in Heshoutang natural health system. Water energy and fire energy interaction make life. If the interaction well, it is good life. If the interaction not well, it is not normal life. So interesting. And also, what is well function? We have summarized something like what? Like you can eat well, you can digest well, you can absorb well, you can poop well, you can pee well, and you can breathe well, you can think well, you can talk well, you can walk well, and you can sleep well. You have energy without numbness, and you can see well, right? You can see, you can watch well, and so every function is normal. Okay, this is well function, and also we define this as health too. But this cannot define like well function, right? It is an expression. It's an expression of what? Of the water energy and the fire energy in the balance level. It is an expression. So we make the water energy and fire energy balance level for what? For a body function well. if your body can function, if your body function well, your water energy and fire energy in balance level. That is the definition of health, the health definition from Cultural Natural Health. Okay, so that's all for today. That's all for today. Uh, SS dominates thinking like key controls like bone marrow, spine marrow, sex is fertility, muscles is controlled by SS. Okay. Um, Allergy does not include two sides and arms. Excludes that. Tendons, yes. Nails, yes. Teeth and ears by KB. It's not by allergy. Okay. Here is associated with KB. Okay. Period is associated with allergy. Okay. For the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tomorrow we will explain. But right now we just give the correct choices. Okay. Thank you for everybody. See you tomorrow. Pray. I pray for the whole world people all the time. Better health, better wealth. Peace. Thank you.